there was also a man who wanted to play Imperator Rome. But this man didn't know how to play Imperator Rome because he hadn't done it before. He had just seen the game on Steam and on YouTube, but he never played it himself and had no idea how to play the game. And then he came up with the brilliant idea, if I'm going to play Imperator Rome, I want to learn playing the game in a fun way. So he decided to make a YouTube campaign out of it and put those videos out on YouTube and ask for people's advice on how to play the game and learn together with the viewers how to play the game. The only issue was that this man knew so little about the game itself before he went into it that he didn't know that when he started recording this campaign, we were only weeks away from an enormous patch to that same game. A patch so big, it changed the entire way the game works in so many essences, meaning that he can't continue on with that old campaign and be content with that. He needs to do something new, and that specific person is of course me. I recorded an old campaign, this one, because I want to learn how to play this game, and then this new Marius 2.0 campaign, patch came out, and I decided that okay, how should I deal with this? And I came up with the thing that I need to do a new campaign. I can't justify going on with the old one, even if it even works. That's the question. You never know how game files works when you change those huge patches, because I had some issues in CK3 when those things happened. So we're going to start off from the beginning, guys, and as you can see from the title of this video, I'm still going to play as Rome, because I didn't come far at all when it comes to playing as Rome. And I'm still mainly interested in Rome, and I think that's the case for most of you watching as well, that you're mainly interested in Rome itself. So we're going to play as the Republic of Roma, down here in the Duchy of Latium, mainly in mainland Italia. So Rome. As our game starts, Rome has begun to establish hegemony over surrounding tribes and cultures, sparring frequently with its neighbors. The Second Samnite War finished mere months ago, cementing Rome's position as a local power. The looming threat of the Etruscans and Carthaginians requires caution, yet Rome's economy far exceeds its appearance as a territorially emergent state. Difficulty easy. Although some people have told me before that this is not as easy as it's seen at first glance, because we're playing as a republic, which is an issue for most people. So we have Roman heritage. Born where the Greek south meet the Etruscan north, Rome has quickly risen to be the dominant force of central Italy and the leader of the leagues of allies that stand ready to do their every bidding. Rome's unfailing capacity to mobilize its population and acquire the loyalty of the city-states under its protection has over time grown into a strong imperialistic heritage. So we gain minus morale of navies, plus integration speed, and levy size multiplier. Of course, levy is a new thing with this new patch. I know that much. And also an aristocratic republic, which gives us those things. I think that's civilization, that's citizen or free man happiness, and that's... I think it's the length of the terms. We are Hellenic and we are Roman. We have the current consul Publius Sempronius Sophus, and we have the co-consul of Publius Sulpicius Saverio. Because obviously the Roman Republic were ruled by two consuls, which were elected on terms of 5 years, I think, and they were elected by the Senate, and they were usually elected from the senatorial class as well. I think you had to be a senatorial class, otherwise you couldn't become the consul. So we're going to play on Iron Man only because I want the frequent saves, and I see no reason not to play on Iron Man. Mixed gender rules is not historical, so I won't go for it either. We are local power. Interesting. I think we just might get right into it, guys. So start the game. And I'm going to call this... The old one was Rome in normal letters. I call this Rome in capital letters. Rather. Save the cloud, please. Yes, okay, it's actually overwriting the save. We go for like this then. Roma Invicta. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Okay, so Senatus Populuscus Romanus, SPQR, if you haven't seen that abbreviation before. Well, you might have seen the abbreviation, but you haven't seen the entire sentence in itself. The people and Senate of Rome. For over 20 years, the nascent Roman Republic has fought a harsh campaign against the Samnite people to the south. It's those people. Although victory often seemed far from grasp, the war ended in Rome's favor, resulting in the liberation of the important Greek city of Neapolis. The Samnites, however, having retreated to lick their wounds, are far from defeated. That's true. In the north, the Etruscan people, those people, eyed the expansion of the Republic with apprehension. To the south, a myriad of Greek city-states plot behind one another's backs, all the while appealing to their benefactors in Greece for aid. On the far-flung island of Sicily, of course this down here, the foreign invasion of the mysterious Carthaginian Empire threatens to upset the precarious balance of power in the region. Will Rome rise victorious or fall to internal strife and barbaric hordes? The fate of the Republic rests in your hands. For the Republic. So we have a truce with Etruria for 5 years. Which ones are those? Etruria. Oh, Etruscans. We actually have a truce with them. Interesting. So we have a new interface. I did watch some tutorials on this new patch before I decided to do this video, so I'm not completely in the dark about these changes. I've seen some of the things. I'm not an expert though. I haven't checked all of the development things from Paradox or something like that. I haven't. I simply don't have the time to do that. So that's the reasoning. The interface looks beautiful. I do think I prefer it this way. It seems more streamlined and aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and also not that cluttered as it used to be. So I could afford an invention, because they of course have changed the invention system. We have those innovations instead of paying for the advances that we had before. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. They did like it did in Secret 3. If you want to move this, you have to press your middle button on the mouse. They did the same in Secret 3 when it came to Dynasty trees, but they changed that because people were annoyed by it. As and why right now, we have 3 idea slots. And I do think we want to fill those things up with the recommended ones. So, shipbuilding cost, not that great. Morale of armies is great. And this one could be okay. If there's not something else that I want here. That's such a good one though. What do we gain if we have all of those? Loyalty and national freeman. Happiness. Those are good things that I do want. So I think I'm going to go for 2 military and 1 oratory idea. So I go for this one. I don't think I need this one. I will not be focused on the navy now in the beginning. It doesn't seem necessary. So monthly corruption, loyalty, or improve opinion. This one could be very good. The loyalty. This one is not bad either. But I do think loyalty is important in the beginning, because we are weak. We can't deal with people doing naughty things to us. We have a great wonder, the Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus in Roma, which gives us 20% plus omen power. Interesting. But I think mainly we should focus now on sorting everything out. So let me see. We have the nation overview with the decisions, with the administration, with the governors. We also have the government. You can't move this for some reason, which is stupid. You should always be able to move those things, in my opinion. The Optimus are the elite of our nation, rich and powerful senators who want to divide the power of the Republic between themselves, rather than letting the unwashed masses affect the rule of law. They approve of changes made for the established greater families and elite, and hold a deep disdain for any would-be populist upstarts. Alright, they have this thing as well. The Bunny are aristocrats who believe in the ancient traditions of the nation, rather than taking part in the conflicts between classes like the Optimates or Popularisers. They strive to find a balance between the needs of the lower classes and upholding the stability of the nation through gradual reform. They're basically conservatives. They approve of leaders who actively seek to preserve the peace and stability of the nation, and disprove anything that would break the current balance. And then we have the Popularisers, of course. So the Popularisers are the senators who work for the common man, or at least claim so to get popular backing and make their own political platforms relevant. Popular generals and corrupt politicians have a tendency to join this party, as it lets them toss aside ancient traditions that might negatively affect their own rise to power. They approve actions that reduce the influence of the Optimus and disagree with any moves to cement the control of the upper class. I see. And those are the things I could do to make them happy, but the Optimus currently are the most powerful ones. They hold 58 of the 100 seats. Let me see, I think this is reasonable for now. I don't want to change anything. I don't want to... Right. I can't raise any legions. I can only raise Levy. Since the day of the Roman kingdom, all citizens with more than a certain degree of property must answer the call to be levied into armies when Rome so requires. The wealthier the citizen, the more they are expected to contribute, and the more they say they will have in the matters of the Republic. Then we have the Republican levy. We still won't be able to... We gain more... This one is actually better. We have this recovery speed. As the Republic grows, so does the need for larger and more well-trained levy. The census is a good base for how to allot roles in the levied citizens in the army, but age should play an almost important role. Almost as. Okay. So these are new things. Because the levy, of course, is a new thing that they implemented in the 2.0 patch. Just got to sip of water. That's good. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm reading a lot of things, guys. They have changed with the interface and there's a lot more information that you can read about, and I like to read the information so I don't miss out on any important things. I want this to be noticeable, otherwise I will miss those things like I usually do. Our income is terrible. Okay. I don't want to increase the taxes, because I don't want to reduce my research points. I just want to leave this where it is, but I want to reduce the fleet maintenance, and I want to also reduce the fort maintenance for now, because I don't want to pay for it. And I need an omen. Do we have any CBs in the beginning? I can probably go for a mission and get the CB. So what do I want? I could go for discipline, commerce income, or this one, or food. So I think either discipline or commerce. I think commerce in the beginning to get some money, because I want to go to warfare in the first second. I think. How big is my levy? Where can I see the size of my levy? It's probably like in the military thing somewhere. Yeah, military. How big is my levy? That's a lot of guys. So we have 17 light infantry, 5 light cavalry, and 8 heavy infantry. And then we have 1 extra light cav and 1 extra light infantry. Or 3 extra light infantry. So these are cohorts, so they're about 500 troops each. So I can't do the maths in my head. But that's basically some guys. Some guys at least. They say 30 pops is probably about... Why can't I make the maths in my head go 15k? It should be 15k if it's 30 pops. I'm not sure though if that's the correct calculation. You wouldn't think I have done economy at the university level, because that's actually what I have been doing. I want to go for commerce first, get some money, then I want to attack, not the Troria because we have a truce, but possibly some other people. That's not the one I wanted to press. I want to select the country itself. Sabinia. So they have no relations because we started. I don't know how strong they are. I can't see how strong they are either, but I can see the number of pops they have. And they are less than ours is. So I probably have more troops than they do. I see. This is like the second I feel like I should have looked into this a bit more before I started. In all honesty. Right, the advances as well. These are important. We are ahead of time in research, which is a good thing. I like that. I do like that. Martial advances. What can we do here? Military artisans. Starting experience. That discipline would be very good. Now in the beginning, to just keep the discipline up a bit. We have 3 routes to go down. Okay. Army weight modifier is not really what we want to focus on in the beginning, I think, but I see. We can't go for legions so far. So we have to focus on the levy. This is the navy. I can disregard that tree. I don't care about it. Now we have civic advances, which is good things as well when it comes to economy. And there's only 2 trees. I see. Oratory, it's 2, like 1 tree by its own, then 2 interconnected ones. I see. Interesting. And religious, which is only 1 tree, a big one. Right. I might focus on my trading first. So they changed this view as well. We can do some importation. I think the lightened up ones is the ones I could go for. Man, they have changed this. The nobles aren't really that happy. I do want the strategic things. We have enough iron, that's good. We have too much wine. We have horses. If I get an extra horse, I would what? What would I gain? Heavy cavalry discipline, but I don't have any heavy cav, so it doesn't matter. If I gain wood, local manpower and ship recruitment, I don't care about that either. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually disband my navy. I don't need them. I don't want to pay for them either. The 2 different navies. Because they cost too much, and I won't use them in the beginning. Okay. I want to make the nobles happy. Do we have marble? No. We could import noble from the Etruscans, though. They wouldn't say yes, though. So I won't do it as well, because I can't do it. Cloth, we have a surplus of cloth. And these are the only ones we could go for with nobles. How's the food looking? Where's the food? That's the food. I see. The citizens are not happy. The freemen are happy. I see. Macedonia seems a safe bet. Actually, in my opinion. As well as... none of them are going to say yes, though, okay? That's too bad. Freemen are already happy. I could try to make the slaves and tribesmen as happy as possible. But we don't have a lot of slaves. But I would like to make the slaves happy, though. Tribesmen, olives. We don't have any olives. I could get olives from Cottage, which is okay for now. If we gain the surplus, what would that give us? Yeah, sure. Seems reasonable. Try and make the slaves happy. As well as I have 3 more routes. What would elephants give us? Population output. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. I think this is bill cost. Yeah, it is. We don't have stone currently, right? No. We do not. Just take some random people. I want a surplus of stone. For that bill cost multiplier. So we go for this guy. And I need 1 more. I don't need extra food. We might need extra food when the population grows. We're almost at the capacity though. That's the only problem. I see. I always hate going about the trade because I usually don't really know how this works. I haven't gathered enough information to know about this so far. How the trade system works in this game. It's something I need to learn about a bit more. So we're going to trade with Carthage a bit. That seems okay for now. And now I want to get into the game and start getting the time running, if not... Right, invasions. I can never start. I usually like civic advances because I like money in the beginning. So I do want this one. The Amphora Capitolina was an amphora kept in the Temple of Jupiter, by which all of the other amphora were intended to be measured. Okay. And then we have national taxes, capital import route, which would be a good one. National citizen output. I think the main money in the beginning can be done from trade, because we are not making a lot of tax money right now. It's the main part of our tax, but that's only because we haven't, it hasn't accounted yet for the trade that we have done. I do want to go for this one potentially. We want to get down this route, get that extra 2.5 discipline. That's the question. There's a lot of fort defense and stuff. And siege ability. I like being able to see which route I'm going to go down. That makes me happy. But I want to be able to beat them in a regular fight now in the beginning, so I go for this one. Guilds of artisans employed by the military ensure that innovation is passed down to those deserving, and provide a hotbed of scholarly thought by which our progress flourishes. I am very sure. So we get one free provincial investment. Okay. And then I want to go down to the discipline. It's a basic training. Providing new recruits with the most basic training may at least let them survive their first few swings. This is important because we have Levy, of course, and I want them to have a starting experience so they become better. And I also want discipline. So armies in the field will benefit from continued drill even up to the very eve of battle, because we are Romans, we like discipline. So I'm spending a lot in military now in the beginning, but I think that is okay. This is mainly aggressive expansion and stuff. I don't care about those things now in the beginning. It might be more important further down the line. Not right now when we are very small. I do think. I think this has to do with the culture things. But now in the beginnings, there's mainly going to be Latin people that we are dealing with. And they like us, so they're a bit like us. It's not going to be that difficult to deal with. Acknowledging the right for our nobles to make their argument before the authorities will vastly increase their tendency to work within the system, and not without. I think I misread that one. Promotion, slaves needed for surplus. This has a lot to do with taxes, I think, mainly. I want this extra route. So our burgeoning state is beginning to struggle under its own weight. A dedicated logistics administration must be instituted to handle the flow of traders and merchants into our capital. I think I want to waste all of those in the beginning. Actually, so civic provincial investment cost, national commerce income, that would be very good. So Etruscan pottery. Etruscan pottery originated by copying Greek imports, but was widely traded to neighboring cultures and greatly influenced Roman pottery and art. If you didn't know, the Etruscans were the one that built the sewers of Rome, or at least the first ones. Pilum and scutum. This one is actually amazing. So, infantry uses a wide variety of equipment, but the pilum, javelin, and scutum shield are two of the more iconic pieces that were commonly used in manipular formations. Yes, I'm sure. And that's the research dealt with for now. There's a lot of research to read into. I might have selected the wrong ones according to you. Please tell me down in the comments which one you would prefer me to take in the future, so I don't mess up more than necessary. And also, when I talk about the comments, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying. And the subscription, of course, is important so that you don't miss out on any future content. And you can also watch the other things I have on my channel, because I have a plethora of different videos in different games. Well, not that many different games, it's only Secret 3 and Imperator. But I have a lot of different campaigns that you can watch if you want to. You can also watch the earlier campaign I did playing as Rome, when I was absolutely a noob and I didn't know even one thing what I was doing. Now I know at least something. Okay, we can enable automatic trade. I know this now. Someone actually told me, and I didn't know until that person told me, which made me feel a bit stupid. What do we want? They want the surplus and anything. Like wood. What did that give us? With ships, horses, heavy cavalry discipline. We don't have any heavy cavalry, though. That's the only problem. Precious metals. That one could be good. I go for surplus in that one as well. Make people happier. Now we may finally get into the game. I'm going to play at speed 4 for now. And they want to import wine. I do think I have a surplus of wine, right? Yeah. So I'm going to enable trade and let them do this by themselves. Didn't I enable trade? Shouldn't they do this by themselves then? I can trade away 1 iron. And 1 extra wine. And that's the only things. Oh, they actually tells us if we're losing our bonus. Interesting. There we go. These are the Etruscan navies. Right, missions. I need to focus on missions. Rome and Italia. Since the founding of Roma by Romulus hundreds of years ago, our proud city has skirmished with our Italic neighbors, vying for control over the coast and cities of Latium and Campania. Our recent victories over the Etruscans and Samnites have proved our superiority, and it is clear it is this Rome who is destined to unite Italic people and lead them to glory. We're going to start this mission. I do prefer encourage expansion rather than happiness. So, if we are to inspire in the Roman people a longing for real glory, we must begin by convincing them that the conquest of our neighbors is not only expedient but necessary. Yes, it is. This will happen in 1 year about from now. In all honesty, I preferred how this interface looked before. Like, this new interface is actually more ugly in my opinion than the old one was. That's just my personal opinion. So you know. Technology characters I prefer about the families. These are the only ones I care about. Okay, we have the Fabii, Claudii, and Cornelii. Claudii, not Fabii. Fabii, Claudii, and Cornelii. I didn't care about diplomacy right now. Mercs, military trade. Yeah. Right. That one is good. That's the one I wanted. This is the integration, culture and integrations thing. I don't know like how this works at all. Someone tried to explain to me in a comment, and they told me it was difficult. And you can decide if you want to integrate or assimilate people. I know. But I'm not there yet. It's going to happen in due time, but I'm not there at my confidence level in playing the game to know exactly how to proceed in that regard. So the deceitful Umbrians. Aulus Virginius lumbers up to the podium to talk on the Umbrii. Esteemed senators, some of you might dismiss them as little more than hill-dwelling sheep herders, but they intervened on the side of the Samnites, then our sworn enemies for only a few years past. They have wrestled with the Etruscans for hundreds of years, yet they still stand. Can we allow such a foe to be underestimated? I can't speak, I promise. I want the claims against Umbria. Umbria is, of course, this guy. I don't know if you can beat him, because it's difficult to see how strong they are. That's, like, my main issue right now. How can you see, like, their military strength? Where can you see that? You can see the number of pops they have, I guess. If you compare that to, like, how many pops do I have? I have 400 almost. They have less than I have. But I'm still not sure. I only have one idea as well, which seems a bit stupid. So I might try and attack them. We are not currently neighboring them though. I want to claim on you. I don't think we have one though. We do not. We can only show superiority. I have a lot of allies apparently. Yeah, right, those people. True. I do know that. I do know that we have allies. Historic wars. Quintus Marcius Philippus talks of our republic's military traditions. Our ancestors fought valiantly to protect the city of Romulus from our domineering neighbors. We should recall that what became of these invaders. The Sabines, whose women we carried off to Rome. The Etruscan king Lars Porsena, who Horatius Cocles valiantly threw back from the Pons to Blicius. Okay. May they never again dare to threaten the Servian walls. Ah, attack is the best form of defense. Or surely it's the walls that keep us safe. I do think I prefer this one. The siege ability and the offense bonuses. Seems like a reasonable thing to go for. Do you have any alliances right now? You're allied to Byzantia, which is rich people. Where are they? Those people. So you're allied. That's interesting to know. Interesting indeed. The Etruscan threat. Gaius Junius Publicus rises, clearing his throat vigorously, like I need to do right now. The Etruscan city-states have proved time and time again their hostility to Rome. At every turn they collude with the Umbrians and Samnites like snakes. Our great victory at Lacus Videmo has revealed their weakness. They are ripe for invasion. The Etruscans must be destroyed. We get claims on the Etruscans, but we have a truce with them for another 4 years. Of course. This is basically the event working, giving us those things. How happy were people with us? They're going up because they are currently in charge. These are not going up. These are not going up. Are both senators Optimus? Yes, they are. That's a bit stupid. The Bonnie is still going up though, because we are peace and we have the right religion and they like the council or something. Or like some person. I guess. The Popularisers are not happy though. They want me to... I could grant public land, but what do they want me to do otherwise? Aren't they like a mission? Pass law. Centuriate Assembly, which is that one. This one. Because I have less than 51 Senate support against tyranny. That's not a bad one. I wouldn't mind going for that one. Because everyone likes it. Everyone do like it. So I just need a bit more support and I could go for that one. Surrounded by vultures. Lucius Papirius Cursor brings urgent news. Samnion and Lucania are plotting the demise of Rome. Approaching hysterics, he squeals of their alliance, aiming to carve up our lands between themselves. There is a little evidence for an invasion, but the Senate has been successfully carried to a frenzy. Rome would not be cowed. I gain aggressive expansion and I gain claims against those people. The aggressive expansion is not great, but sometimes you can't do things about those things. I do want to build some buildings though. Where's the building screen? That's the building screen. We have a fortress, we have a marketplace, we have a training camp, court of law. I see. I do want to build like academies and libraries. Where's the library? That's a library. We don't have a library right now. And an academy. Just trying to increase the research. The jealousy of the Samnites. Today, Publius Decius Mus. That last name. Delivers a polemic against the Samnites. Samnion once more threatens our gates, concealing their ill intentions behind Trojan platitudes. How many wars must we fight and win before they submit? How many more men, proud Romans, need to die before our southern border is safe? No more, I say. The disgrace of the Chaldean folks must be cleansed once and for all with Samnite blood. Their days are numbered. I get claims on them. It's not complicated. I want claims. Please, game. Give me claims on everyone. I want to kill people. Yeah, I do want to. Give me more claims, please. The game is running a bit slowly. The might of Rome, Aulus, proud son of the noble Virginius, speaks in the Curia Hostilia. His tales of our ancestors' greatest victories exhort the Senate much match their achievements before, with twinkling eye, he delivers a heartfelt appeal to ensure our enemies never be given an opportunity to threaten the sacred republic of our ancestors. To ecstatic applause and much thrashing of togas. I want morale of armies, I think. And that is going to make the Popularisers like me a bit more, so that's great. Optimus Agenda, a law for rich. There's a lot of things happening right now. One of the recurring agendas of the Optimus is the need to pass laws that will benefit them in one way or another. Either ensuring their influence or else making sure that they do not see more of the novus homi in the Senate than absolutely necessary. The other parties look to Publius Fabius Sophus to put an end to his law before it makes it to void. I'm not going to do this. I need this thing. Senatorial endorsement. What's that? Senatorial endorsement. Huh. So again, monthly political influence rather than monthly corruption going down. I guess it seems fair for now. I can't do anything about it. I have no options. I need to keep the people happy. I would lose 50 opinion with Optimus otherwise, and that wouldn't be... I couldn't justify doing that. Rival at court, lately our council has come into conflict with Quintus Fabius Rullianus at every turn and decision, and their opinions persistently clashing. If one of them says south, the other will promptly say north. If one wants to trade with a neighbor, the other will argue for war. Seems like a very nice relationship, a bit like with my girlfriend. This constant bickering is ruining whatever authority Publius used to have. That's bad. And the atmosphere in Roma is at breaking point. Have your will then, Rullianus. You are not the council. He is the censor. I can lose popularity. I'm going to go to war soon and make people like me a bit more, I think. I want to go for at least one war. Italian destiny. Marcus Fulvius Paetinus causes silence in the Curia. Roma has prospered by placing her interests first, and the gods have shown their love for her. We are poised to rule all of Italia if our petty disputes can be put aside and our strength rallied to the cause. If she only had the courage to seize the moment, everlasting glory and honor would be the least of her rewards. We must strike as soon as possible. The scoundrels aren't going anywhere. I could fabricate a claim on this guy. Let me see. Fabricate claim. Picenum, Tuscia. On Picenum. Guess we can attack this guy. Does he have any allies? Yeah, those people. I think we can kill those people easily, those Sabinia. The Sabines are not strong. In any way. The Romano-Sabine feud. You serious? I think I went too quickly with fabricating that claim. Gaius Junius Publicus speaks of our long feud with the Sabines. Every Roman knows of the abduction of the Sabine women by our stalwart predecessors and their marriages and their gambit to avoid war between their fathers and husband. But do they know that the Sabines colluded with the Samnites in our recent wars? The time has come to finish what was started and absorb the Sabines completely. I don't need this then. Go away. Because I already have a claim. And I do think that we need some warfare. Can I raise my levies before I attack? I don't think so. At least it is if this is anything like in CK3. So I'm going to declare war. You're allied to Umbria as well now. That's bad. How strong are people? Because you can see the pops. That's what you can see now. We are superior, I do think. So I gotta take Picenum from those people. I could probably take some things from Umbria and Picenum, Picenti as well, if we hopefully. So it's time for war. And the Popularisers are happy with war. The Boni are unhappy with war usually. And I want to raise my... This is not secretary. It's F7. It's military. I want to raise my levies. Potentially everyone. Wherever you get raised. Okay. And I can't build legions because we don't have the right laws. Of course. I want to raise those guys. How good is he as a commander? He has 7 martial. This guy is much better though. Because these are raised, it's 16k troops. As of right now. With this guy as commander. And this, of course, we have the flank size and things as well. Usually I am of the reasoning to have heavy troops in the middle. Can I replace this with archers? I don't have archers, that's why. I see. So we have flanking cohorts. We don't have a lot of... We have 5 cohorts right now, so I want to reduce this to 2. So I want to make the second flank light infantry. Like the secondary cohorts, and the primary ones the heavies. I want the heavies to take the big blow in the middle, and then the secondary cohorts on the outside of those people, and I want the horses on the flanks. Yeah, 2, because we don't have enough of the cav to make more than 2 flankings. Okay, so if we select you, is there anything else I can do with the let me see here. They can attach to me if they want to. I have shock action. Envelopment is good against deception and phalanx. What are you for sort of people? Stop it. I want to collect this thing. They're Hellenic. It's Rebellion. That's a Latin culture. They like heavy infantry. So they probably have about the same troops as I do. They're not like Greeks in any more way than we are. So shock action might be good. But they might go with bottleneck. I think I will go with development for now. As the tactics, I do think. And then we just march those people on those people. I will need some help as well. From my allies, of course. But I want to beat their armies first if I am able to. Just have a nice battle and kill those guys. Auspices of Jupiter to ensure the support for war. An official auspices from Jupiter Optimus Maximus, the patron of good faith and grades of the gods, is recommended by the Fetials. I don't even know what that is. Assurance of victory will hearten the soldiery and buoy the people's enthusiasm. While there's no doubt in Roma will be granted favorable auguries, will not bode well if the priest return with an inclusive or, Jove forbid, pessimistic result. I could grease the palms and make the guy loyal. I can put my faith in Jupiter, right? This might go badly. The Auspix returns. Imperator auguries were conducted on the Capitoline on the first clean morning. After tens of wait, Consul Publius receives an inscrutable chief augur Publius Cornelius Orvina in the comatum. He slowly steps forward and raises his palms to hush the thronging crowd. With some reticence, he finally bellows, "Ambitious." The smiles of the crowd dissolve into worried and then angry grimaces as the silence is repeated by heated murmurings. The council hides their faces in their hands while Publius maintains a visage of solemn gravity. That's bad. I wanna beat this guy first, which is gonna be easy. It was a stack wipe him. I wanna help this guy as well. He didn't need any help. But I might as well just try and siege this down. And I should try and remember to... Ah, right. I might wanna solve this issue. They're not sieging down Rome, they're sieging down Veii. But it's making Roma starve. It's making Tuscia starve. That's bad. Hopefully we can out-siege them. No Q events, okay. I think when you go to war, they automatically raise your fort maintenance. Yes, they do. That's great. The siege timer. Sack of the Heracles Temple. The great temple of Acrocus dedicated to Heracles has been sacked by the force of Syracuse. That's not in my county. Our priest assures us that this can only bring bad fortune. I don't want to make Syracuse be unhappy, so who can blame a soldier for pillaging? I want to make Syracuse my friend now in the beginning, because they're going to be a buffer between us and Carthage. And I don't want to fight with Carthage. Carthage scares me a bit. The ascendance of Rome. The efforts of our more belligerent senators have succeeded in persuading the majority of the Curia and even the people of Rome that Italia is ours. The campus Marius is alive with the cries of our confident soldiers, and fresh horror spices reinforce the goods ascent for war each day. The end of the recent conflict with our enemies in Etruria and Samnium has left our republic as the strongest power on the Italian peninsula. Our victory has firmly convinced our feudatories in the value of supporting our cause and has shown other small states the value of being on our side. Roman settlers are now moving on their own accord into regions to our north and east, establishing new colonies and expecting our protection. All look to us from Samnium and Etruria to Sicily and Carthage, awaiting our next move. I sing of warfare and a man of war, a man at war rather. So how's the mission looking? I can't do anything right now else, except the Pan-Italic Congress, which I won't do. I want to do this one later down the line. They might, if they siege this down, I'm going to be very unhappy. I'm not even going to let that happen. I'm going to go and kill him. I'm not letting those guys siege down my cities. There's two. The Punic Menons. Long have our ancestors and senators mused upon the Carthaginian threat across the ocean. Recently, however, this threat has been moved closer to home as the city of excess extends insidious tendrils into the heartland of Sicilia. Whilst we have not always seen eye to eye, an envoy from Syracuse tells us of the likelihood of impending war in Sicily once again, and begs our protection that all of Italia might be spared from the terror of foreign rule. I will guarantee Syracuse right now. Hopefully, I'm going to scare Carthage off from attacking them. They want to become an alliance. For now, we can be allies. Hopefully, Carthage won't do anything stupid. Okay, let's slow down and watch this. So this is the new like warfare. So we have the. Apparently the combat width is very bad. Because we should have more people fighting in the middle. Or they haven't joined in yet. There we go, finally. So these are the opponents. And these are our troops. So we have the... Okay, because I joined in my friends. I came on the outside, that's the reason why. This is a bit weird, but I think we will be able to beat them either way. Kinda easily. And we won. They didn't lose as many troops as I wanted them to, but they lost a lot of troops though. We did lose a lot of troops ourselves, but not as many as I could have. Because they have sieged this down, they haven't... Liberation. The Council of Tibur had taken it upon themselves, sorry guys, to free a sizable quantity of privately owned slaves. Yeah, for freedom. Become freemen if you want to. It's going to make my taxes go down, but it's going to, in the long run, potentially make my research go up when they become citizens. So the attrition is very bad here. I want to assume control of the siege myself. And they lost the battle against those people. Apparently those people can't beat those people. I find that a bit impressive. But I'm just going to siege this down. I want to take as much as possible in one go. We can call Syracuse into the war if I want to. I don't want to though. But I want an extra trade route. For what? The tribesmen are not that happy. The nobles are not that happy. Can I import like honey? That's food though. Right. Dyes. I can import dyes. I can't import dices. Base metals. What would that give us? Light infantry offense. That would be a good thing, but I can't go for it. Wood? No. Potentially something to make the slaves happier. Or the tribesmen. No. Everyone is unhappy with me right now. It seems like. Earthenware. None of you? Because they will lose the capital bonus. That's the reasoning behind it. I see. It seems like no one wants to trade with me right now. Not even for food. Let's go for some extra food. I want the money from the trade. That's like the reasoning behind it. Man, sieges take a long time. It's like I miss having siege equipment. Like you have in CK. You can speed up your sieges so much that it goes like rapidly quick, which makes you happy. I don't actually want them to touch me. Do whatever you want to. You have a sizable enough armies yourself. You can beat those guys yourself if you want to. I think they're able to. The senator has become fatally ill, it seems like. He has dysentery. It's not very nice thing to have. So far as I know. So that's too bad for him. Okay, so we have sieged this down. This is a fortress as well as the capital. As is this place. And this is the place that is the capital of this guy, and we sacked it down. I could become cruel, but I don't want to be cruel. Let the men roam. Let the looting be gentle. I'm a gentle person. Okay? I'm a gentle tyrant. But I want to take this guy down. Really, the Umbrians are the biggest issue, because they're the strongest of those three people. But I think I can take those guys down first, because it's closer than the Umbrian capital is. Although I might want to kill those guys before they kill my allies. That's like the only thing. Yeah, they lost heavily. Okay, that's a call to arms. Who are those people? It's not local people. I think they can deal with this themselves. In all honesty, if they try to. But I'm going to join them just to make them happy for now. Because I'm trying to solidify our alliance as much as possible. That's my reasoning behind it. If I make them happy, they're going to help me in the future. And I could potentially make things go the way I want them to. How is the war exhaustion going? It's going down, which is good. How's this battle going? Not the way I wanted to, I think. We managed to siege this down. Very quickly, actually, which is great. I'm gonna try and help kill those opponents. I think we won that battle, actually. Which is great as well. My ally lost this battle. But I just stack wiped them. Now I want to go and siege down the Umbrian capital as well. Because I think that's the last fortress of the people that we are fighting. That's a city, but it's not a fortress. Meaning it's going to be easy to siege down. Because the cities are the difficult things to siege down, not the fort. No, like the fortresses are the difficult things to siege down, not the cities. Of course. This is actually going very well. I think we might actually occupy all of those people in one go. And pirates are raiding us at the same time. I don't like that. Leave me alone, please. We actually gained an extra trade route. But I think there's nothing to trade currently except like food. Is there anything people want to trade with me? Stone? Olives? No? Yeah, I guess there's only food. Not even food is available. Okay, there's fish. I guess. Trade is not a bad thing. It increases my economy as well. So that's the main thing. The main reasoning behind me going for extra food is because I want that extra economy. Okay. I do like the new interface. It's beautiful. The new interface is very beautiful. And it's, as I said, it's so much more streamlined, and it's probably like easier to dive, especially for like a new player. Like the old one was like, okay, you saw all of those tabs at the top and you were like, okay, what are those things? And there were like no templates or text that told you, okay, this is how those interfaces work in a very good way, at least. So I prefer it in that way. Of course, this new update is still very new, so I haven't really, as I said, this is the first time I play with the new patch. I don't really know all of those things that the patch has implemented, but I have watched some tutorials and I have watched some other people play this new patch. But of course, it's still very new. So harvest failure. Our settlements across the province of Apulia are reporting that their crop yield will fall well below the normal amount this year, and already people throughout the area are stockpiling food and preparing for the worst. Local officials are requesting assistance to ensure that there are ample supplies for the coming months, but procuring meals for so many mouths will not be cheap. I have to pay for it. I do think. How's the research going, by the way? We are still ahead, but people are catching up a bit. We are not getting... hopefully you gain like a thing when you have innovations. I think that's the case. We have 3 innovations. Do I have the best researchers? That's the question. How good are you? I guess they could be worse. This guy has 8 seal. I think that's slightly better than this guy has. He has 7 seal. It's not a big improvement. You have... Let's see what's the thing they go for. Charisma. 9 charisma. This guy has 9 charisma. And for this guy, I didn't want to do that. This is the finesse. He has 8, as this guy has 10 actually. So he's better. And when this guy, he needs martial, 10 martial, you have 8 martial. He's actually better. I think he's a governor cursor or something. I might be wrong. They made the events even smaller. It's like they knew that I'm going to miss those, and you can't move them. You can't even move the events, and they made them smaller. I'm going to miss so many events. I probably have already missed a lot of events. This guy is a greedy man because he can't stop eating. I think like fat or obese would be a better thing for him. Okay, what happened to our importations? Why did they go away? Wasn't very nice of you. Okay. Are there like any more food? I could get that capital bonus for fish. Make the freeman happy. Let the looting be gentle and give me some money. And try and take this back. Then I think we can basically take everything that they own. I do think. This should be easy because we are flanking them, of course. Conscripti first Italia. Yes, and siege this back, please. Then we can go for rapid sue for peace. I want... Okay, I can press those things. Those things I want. And we only gain 10 aggressive expansion. That's not great, but it's not bad either. We gain all of those things in one go. I probably should be taking all of those in one go. Like, honestly, it's probably a stupid thing to do, but I think we should do it still, because I want to. So, we become a regional power if I do this. I don't care. The Sabinian elite. Okay, what do I want to do? I probably want to lose my aggressive expansion. Yeah, I want the aggressive expansion loss. And we became a regional power because of that. And we made those people disappear. Can I now take my levies away? Please. We can drill them, of course, but I don't want to. And we can only drill the regions. I see. Can I... Okay, we can't disband Levy. You need to go to the military view. F7. And I want to... Right, I'm still at war. I forgot about that. How is this going, guys? Why do we have 0? Because I'm currently not doing anything, that's why. Which are the people we're fighting against? I don't even know. Seculia, those, and those. This is bad. I wanna take those guys down. I wanna join this war. I just wanna leave them to it. They can do it themselves if they want to. Stay in this place instead. We can finish the task, unseat the Umbrians. The Umbrians hide in their Apennine hill fort, skirmishing with the Etruscans across the Tiber River. We must secure the defensible ranges from these bandits. Yes, I do. The scheming Umbrians, who never hesitated to aid our enemies, have learned their prize and at last fallen like the rest. The way to Gallia is open, and the great hill towns of the Umbrii finally under our thumb. With the newly conquered territory comes the eventual parcelling of land and distribution of promises. Where do I want to build the thing? I don't know. This is a major river, that's good. This is also a city. Plestia. I think Plestia makes sense. Or Arinium. Which one is preferable? Arinium was like a more important... Okay, it's not Arinium itself. Where's the city of Arinium? I think it's like more upwards. Where's Arinium? Am I blind? Can I see? Can't I see the city of Arinium? Whatever. We go for Plestia. So that's the new thing that we're going for there. We could also Adriatic opportunities. Man, I don't like this. Ancona is well placed to control trade and protect the coasts of the Adriatic. A diplomatic solution may be best when in which our interests are accounted for. Huh? Ancona may become our subjects. Those people. Do I want to do that? Is there a reason to? There might be, but I'm not going to do it in this episode. I'm going to take a break, you guys, actually. But as I said, we have a new big update. This new Marius update, and I did do my own old campaign, and this is a completely new one. I know some people might be upset about me leaving that one, but still, I really had no choice, okay? This is basically the way we have to do this. Doing a new campaign, test out the new updates, and hopefully be a bit more satisfied and feeling a bit better about ourselves when playing the game, because I know a bit more now than I did when I started off, which makes me feel happy. Of course, not all of those things might work as I think they should, because we have this new patch, of course, but hopefully we will figure out how to play the game post Marius 2.0. It's like we learned how to play this game in the former patch. But as always, I want you to leave comments down below on your advice on what I should do in the future in this campaign. And also leave comments about everything. Whether or not you like what I'm doing, or how I did it, or just say hi. You can say hi if you want to. But also don't forget to like the video if you have enjoyed. I do appreciate if you like the video very much. Also make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future Imperator Rome content, and as well as not losing out on any other content that I put out on a daily basis. This campaign for now will only be put out on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm keeping on to the same schedule as I had on my other campaign, while my other CK3 campaigns for now will be put out daily. That might change in the future. If there's a lot of interest for this campaign, I might switch this with the Holy Roman Restoration one, because I'm very close to being finished with that one. I might even close that one, stop that one in the future, and do something else on the weekends. I don't know. It's up to you guys. If you really want me to put this out on a daily basis, tell me so down in the comments, and it all depends on how much you enjoyed the video and how many people watches this. So if a lot of people like this video, I might actually be inclined to put this out on a daily basis. So try and bribe me, guys. Bribe me with your attention. I like bribes. No, I don't. Everyone likes bribes. The right kind of bribes, I do think. But that's everything for today, guys. So see you soon and take care.